What was the other one?
I
Peanut butter.
can't wait to show off mine.
Peanut
Go
butter.
ahead. You guys go
Right?
ahead. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Peanut butter
Okay,
cup.
so
Yeah.
nice TikTok.
Thank you, Corey.
It's only a map. It's all perspective. Canada may be on top of the USA, but I think we'll still win.
Corey likes your hair red. Everybody likes your hair red.
I see that. I just typed into
Oh, that peach is
Corey.
delicious.
It is.
Zone, I
peach.
heard you've been talking shit.
Me? No, not today. I was busy.
I said zone.
Wow.
Oh, I was gonna say. No, not today. No, tomorrow's another day though. So stay tuned.
All right, Cray, what
So
are you
Zone was
trying?
talking. Zone was talking smack, huh?
Sorry, I interrupted Cookie Corner. Cray, back to you and your
Oh,
cookies.
yeah. Now look, put me on solo. Here we go. Look, I don't want to dump like the whole cookie box or whatever. Okay, so I have milk chocolate, triple chocolate, churro, and peanut butter cup. So peanut butter cup is right here. I think that's the one I'll be trying out. The other guys got like the fruity cookies, and I'm not fruity. They are. So yeah, I got the chocolate ones and the churro. So churro.
Cheers.
And yeah, cheers. Peanut butter cup. So yeah, I'm gonna try this one. I'm not gonna eat all this in one day, everybody. So don't be thinking I'm gonna have a heart attack later. No, this is yeah. I had my cookies delivered. Nico, you want one? Yeah, cool. Come get one. I had mine delivered. So and the smallest one in order is a 4-pack. So I don't really have a choice. So I couldn't get like the 2-pack or the 1-pack or anything like that. So.
Now, how much is that on DoorDash?
It was about between $15 and $16 with tax. It was like 17. Yeah,
That's not
Not
bad. It was
bad.
like 15 with the.
it's not because if you buy them separately, they're like what, $5 or something like that.
I think I paid 15 with the tip that I added in.
What's up with?
Oh, okay.
And they also got this weekly subscription thing. I need to look into that because it's supposed to make it even cheaper.
Oh my God, you guys are
Hey,
addicted.
dude, I'm serious. This dang subscription. And I have a box ready for me every Monday.
Oh shit.
Well, what do you guys think? Which one did you guys try?
I tried
I
the
did
peach one.
each.
I did too. And I have to say it's really good.
I
But I got
like it.
3 others. I could maybe throughout the thing, in a little bit, I might be partaking in a slice of another one.
It might even be better warm with a little bit of whipped cream, but that's just pie or ice cream. Yeah. Red's just shaking her head.
Mode. Yeah.
One day you are all going to come and tell me that you're going to Cookie Crumble Rehab.
Exactly.
One day we're gonna come to you and tell you that we got sponsored. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. And Cody's gonna wrap his car.
That's right.
And it's gonna be a Tesla.
Cody offered to wrap his car.
We want to.
We'll save that for a bit though. Well, should we go into our week?
Yep. Everyone's gonna go around the table here and we'll talk about our week.
How the heck did I get stuck in the top left corner?
I know. I'm second.
I'm last.
Well, so this last week I actually did not work as much as normal. I only did like 35 hours. Came out with 1,134 though. With the wife being in Arizona, I definitely took a hit to how much I could actually be out. I know the background is amazing now that I'm at home with my webcam. Works glorious. Did like 53% of my earnings on Amazon Flex. Offhand, I don't know how many blocks. Did a catering order, I delivered, bunch of DoorDash, and then got some promo pay from Spark from that, do 5 orders and get, top me up to $100 in base pay. So that was pretty much my week.
All right, to me, my week. It's been a rough one. Had a death in the family. Been dealing with that. Have funeral coming up later this week. But I've learned to stay busy. Don't let them hit you and stuff, and keep moving. And that's the thing. So found out about that in the middle of last week, and still came ahead about 1,500 for the week though. And today was a really good day. Started off really slow, like 2 hours. I made $7 in the first 2 hours, and then the last hour I got two loppers. One was $160 something from Chipotle,
Oh my God.
and then
You
right after that
ass.
they sent me a Red Robin, and it was like $43 after that. So that puts me at 211, and then I decided to get the cookies, come home, and then I went and dashed closer to home until now and stuff, and then now at home. So today actually turned out like a little over $300, and it's like 6 orders
Wow.
on it. So it's a pretty good day for a Monday.
Nice,
Great
buddy.
Again, making a dent in my lead in the
And
Tesla.
you guys are making me feel like a slacker, but I've been not feeling well and stuff for some of the days. I only made like $500 in the week. I didn't get any catering orders this week or anything like that. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
You got
Only
your brakes
DoorDash. Oh yeah, that's right. That's what I dealt with. Yeah. Yeah, I had to do my breaks and everything, so that's what I did this week. But I still managed to make $500 with all that going on. What's up, Miko?
Hi, Ronald.
Your turn, Boots.
Hello, y'all. How y'all doing? My day has been a little interesting. My week last week was pretty much interesting. I put up. Let me tell you right now. $26.41.78 for the week of last week.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Wow, Jesus.
You were like
Saturday and Sunday I put up 460. Today I did a photo shoot with Hawaii Business Magazine, and I will be featured in the magazine. Don't have a release date yet, but when I do, I will let you guys know. So, but that's just about how much. Well, not really, because I got up, cut my hair, got dressed, had to fix my truck, went to work, went to the photo shoot, and then I came. Now I'm here.
sweet.
That's about it.
Congratulations, Ronald.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
My week's been hell. I've been stuck at home. My car has to be fixed. So, but for the war, even if I have to rent a car, I'll do that. So don't count me out or anything like that. I'll definitely be participating in the war, against Canada. It's going to be interesting, because we don't really know how they work and stuff like that. So it's going to be exciting. And it's going to be fun for us. So I'm looking forward to it. I'll be out there.
Any what's it look like for getting your car fixed?
Well, they use the word transmission, so that's not ever a good sign. So yeah,
That's a scary word.
Ooh. Oh, it is a very scary word. So yeah.
turn?
Nico, no problem. Yes, it's your turn.
My week on the apps was really slow. It was just a slow week in my market. I didn't put in as many hours as I usually do, so I only made about 650. But I was very busy with other things. Want to remind everybody that Gig Wars Official will be on with Kim and Zach on Money Hungry on the Rideshare Guys channel this week, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. So I was in communication with Kim and Zach. Started a new merch store that will be going to the merch store itself, Etsy, eBay, and hopefully Walmart. Uh, Applied for sponsorship with T-Mobile, was in communications, brief communications with the TV people. Did I do anything else this week? Oh, and I colored my hair. So I've been very busy with other things. Unfortunately, my pocketbook took a little hit with that, but all will be good. You can take me off solo now. My week.
And I gotta point this out: the hair color. T-Mobile needs to have you be their spokesperson. You've got the T-Mobile colors going. You know they should get.
The T-Mobile.
It is. And also this week, I had rented a Tesla on Wednesday last week, and I have to take it
Yeah.
back.
How is it? How is it?
It's a
Is it-
different experience. It's definitely different. I don't have a charger at home, and it's not any of the long range or anything. So it's the best way to just say, is it possible? Is it really worth it? Can it be done? Yeah. I have a charger about 20 miles from my house. That's the closest, but that ain't where I like to work. I typically like to go to a bigger market that's about 45 minutes away. Now, over there is chargers over there, and it just kind of conveniently works. Every once in a while, you get that DoorDash order that some would say taking you to the other side. Well, the other side's the charger. So once in a while, when you need to charge, you just take that one order, heading that way, and right around the corner is a Walmart. So I can kick on Spark while I'm sitting there, get an order on Spark. By the time I'm charged up, I'm ready to run over there and pick up that Walmart order and do that. So it ended up actually working out well. But then in the evening time, I've been coming closer to home and working there, and they've got like 3 sets of chargers within a 2-mile radius. It's crazy. So there's plenty of charging. It's easy to, like you can go in between orders like every once in a while. So I'm really not that concerned about it. But if someone would do it full time, which Gigan can speak on this, is you need a charger at home. If you have a charger at home, it can actually be very beneficial. The cost-wise, as in for charging compared to what I was spending in gas, it's a little bit of savings. But then when I start factoring in oil changes, stuff like that, it actually is cheaper. It surprisingly is. But it's not by a whole... So it's an option if it's available to some. I don't know. I got to take it back on Wednesday. The damn people, I could do, they only do it by the week. So you can't add on 2-3 days. They make you do a whole entire week at a time. So it's actually kind of a unique experience. I had a couple cold days too in there. And then today's been a nice day too. All right. Off to Ron's going to talk a little bit about his photo shoot, I think. If he wants to. If he's able to. If not, we can skip and go to the next thing.
Well, just basically they wanted to actually follow me while I work because they wanted to get it in live action. So before I went to Jamaica, it was all set up when I got back. Like I said this morning, I picked the guy up. He got in the truck. From the time he got in to the time he got out, he's snapping photos. And they wanted to make sure they got me actually handing some of the orders over to some of the customers, which they did. They wanted to make sure they got all of my branding, which, the 6 Fig Dasher, Dash of Life Hawaii. And I got another shirt called, most of y'all probably seen it. It says grits on it. And grit stands for getting rich in the streets. So I have other merch, but until I put it all together, I won't be putting them out. Like I said, it's the Hawaii Business Magazine. They contacted me, as well as another food magazine. They want to do a story on me, which is coming up in January. I have a couple more podcasts that I'm going to be on. One's in December, and two is in December. Yeah. So basically, that's just about it. All I do.
And who are you doing the
I
podcast
missed.
with?
Well, I don't know. I won't say it right now because I haven't discussed it with them.
Sure, yeah.
So, when it's coming up, in December, we still have to set a date, which will probably be between, I don't know whenever they set it, but I have one shortly after Christmas. So those are pretty much it. I'm really trying to get my mind together to do this war on Saturday with Canada. I'm excited about it. I'm ready to just focus on that, and pretty much that's about it. I don't know if y'all can hear me.
We
Good.
can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you, Ronald. That's fine. Thank you.
Okay, are we moving on to Felon now?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a star. Zone, I'm not a star. I'm just the average guy who
Yes,
be picking
you
things up,
are.
dropping them. Nah,
You're our little
You're
star, and we love you.
you're a bright, shining star.
thank you.
You're welcome.
What's up, guys? I'm the Dashing Felon. My name's Nick. And the reason I'm the Dashing Felon is because I'm an actual felon. When I was a kid, I learned how to make fake IDs real young. And then when I turned into adulthood, I started using drugs and then doing crimes. And I ended up doing a lot of fraud and stuff because of that background. And I ended up going to prison for 5 years from June of 2017 to June of 22. And then I got out and was clean and everything, and DoorDash gave me a chance, and all the other gig apps started giving me a chance and everything. They didn't really care about my record because it was fraud related, I guess. And now I'm doing YouTube and stuff. So that's why I'm the Dashing Felon, and I'm glad to be here, a member of the Gig Wars team.
And those skills that got you in prison are actually very handy skills for us
Yeah.
because Felon is really good at editing. And what would you call it, Felon? He modified the banner and imposed himself on it. So he now uses those skills for positive things, and we're so appreciative.
Yep. Trying to do
Does anybody
what I
have
can.
any questions for Felon?
So you learned
Hi,
that
guys.
in prison. Was there like courses for like Photoshop or whatever?
What? No, I didn't learn that in prison.
Oh, I
I
thought
learned
that's
how
what
to
Mike was saying.
I learned how to make fake IDs when I was like 14. Is when I made my first one. 14 or 15 years old.
Did you make a shit ton of money while you
I
were?
actually no,
Look at it. Look
I
at
was
it.
stupid, right? I kept my I misinterpreted the law, I guess, right? And I kept all my stuff under like a certain amount, thinking that it was all misdemeanors if I did that, right? Well, I guess with fraud, they don't care if it's $1 or $200,000. It's all a felony in California. It's all identity theft at that time. So I was stupid with it. That's how I ended up getting so much time.
Yeah. Excuse me.
I can tell you guys the one day that felon was on the live stream with me, and he mentioned that he was a felon, and I was like, "Oh, wait a minute, you actually are a dashing felon." And he was like, "Yeah, Red, I am." I was like, "Okay,
Yeah. I'm
well, we
off
don't care about your
parole and
background.
everything, and I'm a free man now, so it's all good.
You are a free man, and now you are a part of the Gig Wars official team."
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Nick,
Yeah.
do you find yourself getting any flack for saying you're a felon? Like, do people judge you
On
before they even know your story?
on YouTube or like in real
In
life?
life, YouTube, life in general.
I mean, the reason I couldn't really get any other jobs is because like anything that's related to like driving or like I tried to get a job for Amazon driving, like just as a regular Amazon driver, they wouldn't have me because of it. A lot of people just won't even look at you for with a felony, and so it's gonna take a lot of schooling and stuff to get a good job. I would have to work at McDonald's or something until then. I wasn't gonna do any of that. I probably would have ended up doing some other stupid shit if I didn't have this gig work.
So, like, DoorDash turned your life around, gave you the
Yeah, pretty
opportunity
much.
to
I
get.
I say right now that if I even when I was using drugs and stuff, if I had DoorDash and stuff back then, I would have just did that for money instead.
You're busy
Like
making money. Don't have time to do all the other stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, now you've got the catering apps, both delivered and deliver that, right?
yeah.
Are
And
there
now
any
I'm in
other ones you're
LOP
working
on
on right now?
DoorDash. Wait, what?
Are there any other ones you're working on trying to get on right now?
I'm I'm trying to see. I tried reapplying for Uber actually, seeing if they because it's been 7 years since one of my crimes, so uh, I was seeing if it would fall off or something, and now my background check went from like a flagged deny to like I need to talk to him about it. So I'm thinking maybe I might be able to
Cool.
get on. I don't know. So we'll see.
Yes, Jonathan. Nick could get on DoorDash with his record.
Yep. Because I never did anything violent. I never did anything related to a car. I've never done. I never did anything like anything related to like anything like that. So
Just be careful with the California rolls. Them are the ones you got to be careful with over there.
yeah, I know. I California rolled in front of a cop. What was it, today or yesterday?
I think it was yesterday that you
Yeah,
were talking about a California roll.
yeah, I did it right in front of a cop.
For a second, that did not click. I was actually thinking about sushi.
Oh, yeah.
I got it figured out.
Totally different. Totally different.
I just got that. That's pretty good.
Mhm.
Seriously, none of you. That was all me thinking of sushi. Sorry.
That was just you. Yep.
That Minnesota.
Oh, we got Hollywood's finest. He says, "Hey, what's up, guys?
Hollywood. What's up?
Hollywood."
Hey, what's
He
up,
says,
man?
"I'm the real convicted felon here." He says.
B-Dog and
Yeah.
Mike.
And then Red,
Yeah.
Red's got some notes that she's going to read off to you guys about some updates that's coming to the Gig Wars app.
Yeah, so let's first I want to say that I was informed by Zone here in the chat. You guys all need to go check out his channel. It is in French, but you can translate it if you want to get an idea of what's going on up north in the gig economy. But Zone informed me the other day that the app is now on both platforms in France. So yay, welcome France. We just need to find an influencer there to spread the word. Hold on one moment. That was my very rude daughter, if you heard her just come up the stairs belching. Seriously. I don't know who raised her. So that's exciting. Then Gary, hold on, I'm going to read the list of updates that are coming to the Gig Wars app. He says war updates probably by December or shortly after, depending upon how easy or difficult it is to implement the changes. So he's got some user interface glitches, such as showing private war instead of the description. Like on my end, the war that I created with Canada shows that it's a private war rather than the rules. But for you guys in the war, you see the rules. Allowing users to set a specific time, a start and end time for the wars. So like George and Ceci had an issue where they had some misunderstanding. One thought it was a 2-day war, one thought that it was a 1-day war. So you're going to be able to put a specific end time. Gary's going to implement a countdown timer for the wars. So rather than, for example, the war with Canada now says November the 18th is the start date, it will do a clock countdown. So we'll be able to see like 3 days, 4 hours, and 17 minutes, for example, until the war starts. Users who do not enter any data into a war or quit will be removed from the war rather than being marked as a quitter. So we'll no longer see that. They'll just be gone. If somebody quits and they've never entered any numbers, they will be able to rejoin the war if they so choose. Number 5, users that leave a war. No, that's part of number 4. And number 6, he's going to work on notifications being sent out with war updates. So, for example, if your war rank changes, you'll get a notification that says, hey, you're now in 4th spot rather than 1st. So, oh shit, I got to get out there and do some orders and get back in 1st place. So all of those are really exciting updates, and hopefully they will all be ready for you guys by January 1st. He's usually pretty quick. Normally, if he tells me 2 weeks for something, it's done in 5 days, but I can't make any promises. We do have 2 holidays coming up, and Gary just moved into his brand new house. So he's got a lot of personal stuff going on there. But it'll all be done before you guys know it.
One thing he did clarify is that the wars end local to your time zone. So
yes.
it doesn't end Eastern time midnight. It ends midnight and it rolls through the time zones.
Yes. Let me go back to the agenda.
One second. I want to call out Hollywood for the $1.99 super chat. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Daniel. He says, Craywood, what's up, baby? Hey, Red, long time. Yeah, Daniel, you know where to find us. We're always here. Let's move on to this war with. What's that?
Zone was asking if Gary works alone. He does not have a team.
Correct. Gary works alone. Gary is a one-man show on the Gig Wars app, and then he also has his own host of apps independent of Gig Wars. So he's got the driver utility helper for DoorDash. He's got Maximo for Uber, and what else does Maximo work on?
Lyft.
Lyft. He's got the Flex Alert for Amazon Flex. And then he does some other developing for a couple of other projects that I'm not involved in, so I don't know anything about it. Dash for Life Hawaii says, Hollywood's finest getting ready for this war on Saturday, picking things up and dropping them off. Yeah, that's what he does. Corey says the whole team is pretty cool too. Well, we love you, Corey. For those of you that don't know, Corey is a cat. Corey is a, what kind of cat is Corey, Nick?
Siamese.
Siamese.
Long-haired Siamese.
And Corey sometimes watches us on the computer while we're all out working.
It's true.
That's a hot fact right there. This war with Canada is so exciting. So that is on Saturday. It's a 24-hour war. Zone, the captain of the Canadian team, and I have been in very close communications, so there will be no surprises. The war starts at 12 midnight, November the 18th, in your time zone, and it ends at 11:59 p.m. in your time zone. So on the American team, we have Cray and myself, who are in the Eastern time zone. We have Cody and Gigan, who are, what's the name of your time zone, you guys?
Central.
Central. They're 1 hour behind. Then we have Felon in California, and then Hawaii, obviously in Hawaii. So we will be entering our numbers in once in every hour. So I go at the top of the hour, then Cray, Cody, Gigan, Felon, Hawaii. So the numbers for the American team are going to be ever changing. We will not be displaying the scoreboard for this war. If you want to follow the stats, you can do that live by downloading the app, and you can follow us there. If you want to check in with us on the live stream, you can do that. We're more than happy to talk to you guys about how we're doing, what's going on, take feedback from you. You can encourage us and, you know, support us throughout that. If you guys want to create your own war and challenge us in real time, feel free to do that. If anybody wants to make a war, then you guys can all join and compete against the United States, Canada, all of us. You know, you can make your own war and hang out with us and have a lot of fun. See how much money we can make. If you guys want to put a bet on it, you guys can do that. Just has nothing to do with us. You guys have anything that you want to add?
Oh, I'm ready to go. I'm starting early. I'm in like 14, 18 hours. I know Boots is going to blow me out of the water with that, but I'm starting early.
Me too. Canada better be ready. I mean, we're coming after them. It's wartime.
I might. Actually, I'm gonna send Zone the link if he wants to hop up.
Are you going to venture out before it turns daylight, or are you still going to just wait in the parking lot till that sun comes up?
Who's that?
Red.
Oh, I bet she.
Red.
Hold on, one second. Let me get Zone the link in case he wants to hop up and, you know, talk some shit.
You guys put up some good numbers, though, Jonathan. Like it's not for nothing. My apps still have to hit for me to make good money.
And don't forget to check out Wednesday at 8 Eastern time. With the Gig Wars team will be on Money Hungry with Zach and Kim. That is on the Right Share Guys channel. I will look here in a second and see if I can get a link to put into the chat.
Hi, Audubon.
Hi, Audubon.
Hi, Audubon. Hold on, I'm gonna send this to Joe also. All right, Joe and Zone have the link if they want to hop on. Joe,
Hey,
I just
Red.
sent you the link. Yes, sir.
Can you explain? Can you explain to everybody how they can make the official team?
Well, you don't
If
kind
they
of, you don't
if
try
they
it.
choose.
Yeah. Oh, the official team, like be one of us?
Yes.
Oh, at
How?
this, at,
Because I've been asked several times, how can I get on the team? How can I get on the team? So I'd rather let you better explain it than me.
Well, at this point, I'm not actually open. I'm not considering anybody. We've got 6 people. But that doesn't mean that people won't move on or that we won't grow. But you guys were all identified because of your work ethic, the apps that you use, the markets you're in, and how you make it work for you. You know, you guys don't bitch, you don't whine, you don't complain. You guys are hard workers with a positive attitude. You don't engage or participate in drama or anything like that. So that's why you guys were all invited on the team. But at this moment, no, I'm not looking at expanding the team, but that doesn't mean that that can't change. As far
Okay.
as the situation room, um, I'm sorry, for Gig House, if people are interested in that, I mean, we're all going to be looking at, we're going to see the numbers in the app. We're going to see the numbers in the Discord. So people who would be good candidates for that would be, they'll stand out. They'll stand out to us the way you guys stood out to me.
Hello guys, what's up?
Hey, Jonathan.
Hi, Jonathan.
Hey guys,
Hi,
Jonathan,
Jonathan.
just
What's
warning
up,
hold,
you. The
Jonathan?
admin need.
hold on one sec, Jonathan. You gotta close out YouTube because you got feedback, or put some headphones
Okay,
on
sorry, sorry.
because of the problem with StreamYard.
Is that okay now?
Mic check.
I can barely hear you, Joe.
Oh,
Yeah, we can barely hear you though. It's
give me a second.
All right, try it now.
Hello?
Hold on. Let's try to turn his mic up.
Yeah,
He's gonna have to leave and come back. His mic's up all the way.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's not working.
Okay, let's see if he comes back. Did we kick him or did he leave? Let me, I'll type to him.
How much is the Gig House channel up to as far as for subscribers now?
Last I looked, it was at 44.
Okay.
And if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, press that subscribe button, and also the little like button that's right over there if you like what you're watching and everything too.
They are free.
Yeah.
Yes. And that share button there that looks like a little arrow pointing over into the weird direction of something. If you press that and then just share it on every platform you can possibly think of, you know, it can be to your Facebook, to your everything.
There,
Hello,
test it.
Test.
Still a bit quiet.
Okay.
yeah, the volume's still low, Jonathan. Whoa, echo.
I'll be back.
Daniel, I only started a year ago, honey.
Did Red used to do gambling videos? What?
Not really. I mean, I did one or two. I just turned on my live stream while I was online gambling. Yeah.
Were you like live streaming from the casino, or were you like doing like
No,
web?
from my desk. Right
Oh,
here. Gambling on the computer from home.
Oh,
See,
Red. So, okay. So for the audience, if they want to see the scores up to date, where would they look?
In the Gig Wars app.
There we go.
Hello?
And those scores, the scores are only as current as we are putting them in, which is why um, our team, I can't speak for the Canadian team. I don't know what that captain is telling, his drivers. Um, we're going to be we're on a schedule and we're going to stick to that as closely as we can. Obviously, safety is first. If you're driving and it's, like cray cray, you're supposed to put your numbers in at 10 after the hour. If you're driving, it's 10 after the hour. Well, the numbers have to wait until you are safely able to put them in. But if we stick to our
Yeah.
schedule as closely as possible, then the users at home and us will have the best war experience because we'll know what's going on in real time. Hi, Joe. Mic
Hey,
check.
hey. So I changed my internet because for some reason my other internet, the StreamYard not working well. So I hope you hear me better now.
We can hear you
We
much
do.
better.
By the way, guys, so we have many drivers decide for this wars on Saturday to doing more hours than usual. We have one
Right.
driver who's normally doing like 3 or 4 hours shift. He said, I'm going to do 8 hours. And we're like, what? You doing 8 hours? And we're really like Zone create us a messenger. We discuss every single day about what we're gonna do and everything. The only person, to be honest, we scare is this Hawaii guys. There's only guys every Canadian are scared about it. That's the only person who like, man, if he got a really good number, we're gonna like. But guys, I get surprised because we do a Canadian warm up and I finish second, and I'm a bikers, and I finished second on their Canadian warm up. So I cannot believe it. Like when I see my score, I finished $6 than the first place. The guy's making one order more than me. The guy's finished on the first place, and I'm like, man, I lose the first place by $6.
Well, and that's where keeping your scores updated is really cool because it helps drive you like, oh, I want to get one more because I want to edge this person out.
And now we're trying to, because Zone helping us to because you guys talking about you guys want to make every single hours your update of the score and everything, and many drivers start to complain when Zone announcing us this, and now Zone show us how to just adjusting our number with the blue thing and everything, because it's like we're not gonna be like adding every single time a new number, because on DoorDash is easy, you know already the tips, but on Uber you need to wait like 1 hour to forget the tips. So like if you sending your the money you make in an hour, but you got the tips, an extra tips in 1 hour later, your number is gonna be fucked because you're like, no, it's not the money I made last hour. It's not the same number. So, but many drivers are really happy about this because we're trying to, because you guys are nice. Like everyone is nice. Everyone is like, and I don't know if it's the same thing for you guys, but us, we start to get kind of small family. Like we're talking every single day on Messenger, Facebook, and every single time when drivers having an issue, we're like, okay, do this, we're gonna helping you, do this, we're gonna helping you, do this, like. And when we don't hear for one drivers for more than 2 or 3 days, we're like, what the fuck is going on? Where does drivers go? And we're like, oh, where are you? Oh, sorry, I'm too busy. Come pick it up. What do you mean, come pick it up?
I don't know what he means by that.
Earlier,
He said he wants to gift him a motorcycle.
Oh.
Oh.
The churro
Aw.
cook really good, by the way.
Yeah, I like the churro cookies.
The only thing scare me right now for the challenge on Saturday is I got my bike stolen yesterday, so try to find a new one for Saturday. Because it's my full-time job, so I'm fucked right now. Like I cannot work until I get a new bike.
It's a true story,
Yeah,
you guys.
sorry
That
about
happened last night while he was working.
Yeah, I decided to stop at the restaurant for eat Popeye chicken, and I did find any place to lock my bike, so I just leave it in front of the window. I sit and I start to eat. I go out, my bike's gone. I was on live on TikTok with Zone, and I'm like, fuck, my bike's not there anymore. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, yes, I'm sure. I walk around for like 3 hours around downtown, try to find it, and never found it. And like I saw one police officer, and they're like, "Oh, dude, there's like hundreds of bike get stolen every month. We're not gonna be trying to find yours." I'm like, "All right, thank you." Like, thank
Really
you.
sorry to hear that, Joe.
Yeah, sorry to hear that. That sucks. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that sucks.
Yeah.
I can't believe the cop said that.
Well, he
It's
get the
outrageous.
description on my bike. He get the description, but he's like, I saw on his face. It's like I'm gonna look around, but his face was like,
Yeah.
Wow. But we got. I posted a picture of. We have a Facebook group with stolen bikes. So I posted a picture, and I'm like, guys, can you check for it? And everyone like just go around shelters. I'm like, I know I'm gonna go around shelter. That's the first place I go see around shelter, because last time I got my bike stolen, it was around the shelter. But it is what it is. I have a second bike, but my second bike is broke, and I go to my bike shop there today for getting fixed, and they're like, "Well, we cannot fix right now." I'm like, "What do you mean?" We need to order some part and stuff, so it's gonna take maybe 1 or 2 weeks. I'm like, I cannot not working for 1 or 2 weeks, guys. They're like, and the owner is like, we're gonna try to figure out something. I'm like, I hope you guys gonna figure out something, because I cannot work for 2 weeks. But the only thing pissed me off is this weekend was actually kind of one of my best weekend. Like I did realize what's going on, and for some reason, guys, I don't know for how long you all doing delivery, but so I've been active on Uber for 6 months, and I've been on DoorDash for 3 years. For some reason, I've been alcohol order on DoorDash for 1 or 2 years, and on the last one month, Uber just started sending me alcohol every single day, and I'm like, what's going on? Because in my place we need a smart serve, so we need a license for delivering and serving alcohol and everything. I have my license since 2019, and Uber know it, and they never sending me any alcohol order. And I'm like, now I just getting back to back order. I don't see food. I just get alcohol, and I'm like, I asking other bikers. I'm like, do you guys get any food? Because I know like 4 or 5 bikers doing alcohol order, and I'm like, do you guys still getting any food? It's like, no, I don't get any food. I got like one or two, 5 or 6 times a day, but for all the order we get, we don't get food. It's so weird.
It's like shopping orders down here on DoorDash.
Joe, are you
and
gonna
I don't get
are
any
you-
shopping order. That's weird. Like I used to get a lot of shopping orders on DoorDash, and I don't get any. But the thing pissed me off, guys. I don't know if you know it, but did you guys know DoorDash don't tell customer you're on bike? So none of the
No, we don't
customers
know.
you're on bike. None of customer know you're on bike. So my customers rating always going down, because they're thinking I'm taking too much time, I'm too slow, I'm too that, And now I called support one time, and I'm like, their customer know I'm on bike? They said no, they don't. But I'm like, DoorDash know I'm on bike? They said yes. I'm like, what's the point? You want me still getting a bad rating because you don't want to tell customer I'm on bike? Because Uber customer know I'm on bike because they show the person is on bike. But DoorDash, they don't. They just said your Dasher's on the way.
Well, it's like DoorDash doesn't say when we're on a stack anymore.
Yeah,
What you said?
they do not.
So if you
So,
have more than
Joe.
one order, they don't tell customer you have.
Really?
Wow.
Joe, are you going to have a bike for Saturday?
We'll figure out, Red.
We'll figure out. Okay.
There's one my
Really?
one of my friends said you can pass me one bike for the week, but I'm like, it's
Okay.
gonna fit me because I can ride the bike, I don't mind, but the only problem is the snow is starting here, so right now it's freezing rain outside. Freezing rain.
Ooh, ew.
Yeah. For you guys watching who do not know, Joe delivers on a bicycle in Canada.
Yeah.
A bicycle.
And I'm doing night shift. Night shift.
Oof.
I'm starting around 5 p.m. until 3 or 4 a.m.
Dang.
And
So it's
everyone
not an e-bike, it's a regular bicycle. It's not an
Regular bike.
e-bike.
regular bike.
So
And
Hollywood's
Wow.
I
finest
saw
says,
all the other bikers with their e-bike, and I'm like, fuck off! I'm using a normal bike. Fuck with your e-bike.
so Hollywood's finest says, let's create a GoFundMe, Red, for a bike for Joe. Daniel, I am totally down with that. In fact, tomorrow's live stream, I'm not sure yet how we're going to do it. I don't know if we're going to put my Cash App in or Joe's email to PayPal him money. But yes, Gig Wars Official is going to be helping Joe
Oh, thanks.
with getting a new bike or
But,
repairing the one he's got. So if anybody out there would like to help Joe, you guys can email me, gigwarsofficial@gmail.com, and I will let you know how you can get money to Joe.
And guys, I'm gonna explain to you the main reason why I don't have an e-bike right now. The main reason is first, it costs a lot. First reason, yes. But the second reason is autonomy of the battery. Me, I'm living 40 minutes away from downtown Ottawa. So that's mean I don't know how many miles, but I have around 7 to 10 kilometers just to go work and come back home. So if I'm losing 20 kilometers on my battery already and I'm not starting delivery yet, that's mean I need to refusing many orders because I'm gonna lose not have enough battery. Like everyone having a bike, then I know they're living downtown. They don't have the problem with losing battery. They're living downtown, so they're like, oh, they're just getting out of their home, they're charging their bike, and they're just going back out. Me, I'm not living downtown. I'm living 40 minutes away. So I'm like, the only way I can have a e-bike is a e-bike with hundreds of kilometers of battery, but it's $3,000 to $4,000 for getting 100 kilometers battery autonomy. So no, I'm cannot pay $4,000 a bike just for a delivery job.
Jesus.
Yeah, if you're in food delivery, you need a bike, an e-bike with a dual battery.
Yeah.
And even then, it's if you do delivery on an e-bike, it's almost a must that you live in or near the area that you're working,
Yeah.
because you always have to be looking down at that battery meter and everything like that. And if you live far away and your e-bike dies, that thing's heavy. Like, so it's no joke. Yeah.
Do they recharge from pedaling or not at all?
No, but you can have there's many type of e-bike. You have like assist e-bike. Their assist e-bike have more autonomy because you're not using it for only using it for like uphill or stuff because it's just an assist e-bike. So you need to keep pedaling but it's just gonna give you the more powers for going up. But also You have the normal e-bike, then they're just you just push the handle and it's just gonna move by herself. But I the another reason I don't love to have an e-bike is since April I lose about 35 to 40 pounds of weight. And I'm like, if I'm get an e-bike, I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna be fat again. I'm gonna, I'm not gonna lose weight. And I'm like, no, I don't want to be honest, to have an e-bike for now. And every time I'm on TikTok, get the e-bike, get the e-bike, get the e-bike, get the e-bike. I'm like, okay, pay me an e-bike. And they're like, oh, every time I said pay me an e-bike, they shut their mouth and they're like, okay, no, pay me an e-bike if you want me to get the e-bike. Like, and the another thing scare me is like, to be honest, like I said to you guys, the bike I got stole yesterday was not locked. So I'm like, if I'm so dumb and not lock my e-bike and losing $3,000 to $4,000 stolen e-bike, I'm like the bike I just got stole last night is $1,300 bike, and my grandmother's like, you don't fucking lock $1,300 bike, and you want to get an e-bike? She's like, you're gonna not locking your $3,000 bike, and it's gonna get stolen. And I'm like, oh yes, you're right, you're right. And another part started to stress me, and not stress me, but I want to asking you guys if did you see on your area DoorDash kind of being down? Like to me, like I used to make so lot of money on DoorDash, and now it's getting hard to get order. Like it's getting more hard and more hard and more hard. And every time I'm like, where's the order? Why there's no order? And like acceptation rate and completing rate and everything is so hard to put it back up. Like my completing rate just going down every single time. And I have contract violation.
Oh my God.
They never disappear. Like I have 2 contract violation. My last 2 contract violation is not even my fault. I was in McDonald's waiting for an order. I've been sitting on the McDonald's for 25 minutes. Nothing.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, I just opened my Uber and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna see if I have a Uber order. So I decide I get a Uber order. My order is ready. I decide to go delivering the order. Come back. My DoorDash still not ready. I got another Uber. I go delivering. I come back to McDonald's, still not ready. I'm like, what? So the order was sitting. The order was not ready for more than an hour. I pick up the order. I look at the receipt on the bag. It said the order's been printed for 2 hours. The order's been sending to the kitchen for 2 hours. And when I complete my delivery, DoorDash sending me an hours and 30 minutes late for drop off. And I'm like, I call support. I'm like, you guys are fucking dumb. I've been sitting in the McDonald's for like an hour. You know what the DoorDash support told me? He said, why you don't cancel it before? I'm like, are you guys serious? I'm like, no, because if I cancel it, I'm going to drop my completion rate. And they're like, oh, but you should cancel next time. In the same night, I get another order waiting for more than 40 minutes. And they're sending me a contract violation for this also. And I'm like,
Okay, Joe, we got to move on to another topic, but I did just get a Cash App to help towards your bike, so I will touch base with you privately on that.
okay.
Apparently, next week we got to talk about how long you wait before you unassign an order.
Yeah.
Next week.
Next week.
Next week,
Yeah.
after the war. But Joe, I seriously hope that you can borrow your friend's bike because I will be very sad if you are not able to participate in this war.
Yeah.
Um, does anybody have anything else?
I just got an
Yeah.
update. The article will be coming out December 15th.
December 15th. Okay, that is
Yeah,
1 month
that
away, so you're
that
gonna have to
that
remind us of that.
yeah, that is the business magazine in Hawaii. I'm waiting on an update for the podcast before I even announce it. So once that happens, I'll let you know that too.
Autobahn it is.
I think that, so there was so we're, for those of you on the team who do not know, there was a war in the app created by 2 users. It so seems that there was a misunderstanding or not enough communication between the parties. And fast forward, I don't know how it became so dramatic, but one of the parties is apparently going to be interviewing on the official news channel of the gig economy, of the gig community here on YouTube. And going to be, I suppose it's not good. I don't know. But just to clarify for everybody, there are no set rules in Gig Wars because you all make up your own rules. Whoever makes a war, they put in the app what apps they allow, what the terms of the war are, and whoever joins the war, I would assume, is agreeing to the terms of the war. When you have a team war, like Zone and I have been in. Zone, are you still here? I would say that Zone and I have been in really good communication and that there's no questions about the war. So while I actually have you guys all here, do any of you have any questions about this war with Canada so that we're all on the same page?
No, it's a 24-hour war. It starts from 12 midnight, right, to 11:59 p.m. that day, in
Yeah.
your time zone. So that's and the platforms are unlimited, right? Like all gig platforms. So it can be shipped. It could be Amazon Flex. It could be food delivery. Is it rideshare too, Red? Is that included?
Anything.
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
Anything goes. If you
There you
get
go.
a $5 cash tip on one of your deliveries, the Canadian team is allowing those earnings to be counted. If you have a promo on one of your apps, Gigan, for example, he turns on his app and he sees that he's got $150 Spark promo, I'm pretty sure he's going to be doing Spark. So if you earn that promo, the Canadians are allowing those earnings to be counted. Which reminds me, so Gigan, I know when you do a Spark,
She drops off when she's talking to me. She drops off when she's talking to me. Damn
But
it.
you guys
All right.
know
So anybody that's doing Uber Eats in this war, what I did, when I participate in a war, if I'm doing Uber Eats, I shut it off at like between 10:30 and 11. That way, it gives time for the tips to catch up.
yeah.
So that you
and
can add them into your calculations.
I just got kicked. I know, like, you don't add your cash tip, or no, I'm sorry, you don't add the tip
I
that
don't.
was showed to you until it actually settles. But we're in a 24-hour war. So I would say, and Zone is here.
If you
So
want me to
Zone,
count them, I will.
count the
Yeah.
tip that was shown to you when you accepted the order. Zone, you agree? Zone, do you agree to that?
What we
Because he-
do, Red, what we do on Saturday with the Keynesian warm up, because we know at midnight the wars was actual stop, is everyone was getting an order passing like 11:30. We automatically add the number, the expecting tips on the Uber and I accidentally Zone make a mistake because the DoorDash have sometimes $8 plus. He was expecting to get only 50-cent tips. He get $8 tips, but he put only $8.50. He said, "Man, I just losing $8, but that was not gonna change the ranking." But it's like,
Right.
we need to be careful with this because if we get $8 plus on DoorDash or $9 plus, it's hard to expecting what gonna be the tips.
Mm-hmm.
But
I have a question.
Is so the Hawaii guys is the last one's gonna finish, right?
Yeah.
So is we gonna have like the final result like 6 hours later, or
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
Boots is 5 hours, so it would be like 5 a.m. for the East Coast.
Okay.
Is when Boots' last would cut off.
Okay.
So the last order, right? Does it have to be done by the end time, or is it the last order accepted before the end time?
If you accept that order at 11:59, it will count.
All right. Not that I think I'll be in that position.
And I won't be.
You're gonna be passed out. Is that?
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll knock my stuff out early. Don't worry.
Yeah, Red, I'm not going to sleep that day. I'm going to have the W-2 beforehand. I'm going to get off the W-2. I'm going to go out and drive, and then I have the W-2 that night. So I'll be very pleasant to speak with, I'm sure.
If I'm my bike, I'm gonna start at Saturday midnight.
You're going to start Saturday midnight?
Bring it on. So Cray Cray is gonna need
Make
a nap.
sure.
I'm always on the road anyway at Saturday midnight because normally Friday I'm doing until 4 a.m. So
I can tell you, so because we live stream over here all the time, that almost 100% anytime we've gotten a cash tip, like you see us leaving the car with nothing in our hands except maybe our keys, and then we get back in the car and we're like, look, cash tippy. I mean, like, I don't think any of us are gonna pull
Yeah.
a $20 bill out of our back pocket.
you get
No,
lucky.
I purposely show it, and I say mine usually comes from pizza orders, out in the Richies. So yeah.
My family gives me crap because I won't pay ATM fees, so I won't be. Anything I get at cash is from a delivery.
Yeah, I don't carry cash. Like, I live in Jacksonville. Can't do that.
My last cash tip order been about more than 6 months.
It's been a while for me too. But every cash tip I get, they already tip me in the app too. I've never got a cash tip where it was there was no
that's
tip in
me.
the
There's
app.
some-
Yeah, same here. Same here.
I'm like, why?
Same here. Like, I'm not expecting that $5 or $10, for them to dish out or whatever. It's almost as if they tip you, and like in the area that I work in when I'm in a war, it's like they're hip to the game. They tip you enough in the app just to get you to take the order and run it to them, and then they hand
Yeah.
you like a bonus or whatever when you get there. It's weird, but I'm not complaining at all.
I've had a lot of people.
I got $10 order, $10 tips one time on the Arvay's order, and I'm like, what the fuck? The guys was already like $7 tips on the app and giving an extra $5 cash. I'm like, dude, it's an Arvay's order. Why you give me so many money? He's like, look, my house, I have the money. It's okay.
I've
Okay,
had
thank you.
people comment about saving us from paying taxes on it. I'm like, dude, your one cash tip is not going to save me from paying taxes
No.
on a lot of that money. Gary's going to be pulling out hundreds. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'll deliver to Gary's house.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I have one question for you. I don't know if you do that. So, any of you order for yourself delivery?
Only when I travel.
Oh yeah, I order all the time, like at work because I work overnights. So and I do gig work during the day, so I don't have time to do meal prep or any of that bullshit. Like when I'm at work, I just order something quick, or even if I'm at home, like on my day off, and I don't feel like cooking, yeah, I'll order something.
Are
But
you
it's
I
always
do
something.
too.
It's
when you,
always something that's close by my house. I'm not going to make somebody drive all the way across town just to deliver me food. 'Cause,
when you
I know what that's like.
are you more criticized with the drivers delivering you? Because I have one of the drivers in Canada today. The drivers arrive at his door, no talking, nothing, and he's talking on the phone, really rude. And they give him his bag on the hand of the drivers and just leave without say any word. my our colleagues was like, "What am I supposed to do?" I'm like, "Fuck, drop his tips." He's like, "Really? Drop his tips? He don't deserve his tips."
I gave up trying to school like the dashers that are delivering to me after some dasher like was picking up smoothies for me and I forgot to give him the priority so they would come straight to me. And he got a Panda Express add-on and they're right next door to each other, right? So he could have swapped our things. And so I sent him a text saying, "Hey, you should have just swapped and grabbed the panda food first and then grabbed the my smoothies after since they keep them in a freezer." Yeah, yeah. And he didn't even send me thank you or anything.
What a dick.
I was pissed. I sent that dude a whole paragraph saying like, "Hey, from tip from one dasher to another, yada yada yada."
I got one time a Uber, double Uber. I pick up the double Uber at the same restaurant. The apps make me doing like 2 miles for dropping the first one, and the second one was 800 meters next to the restaurant. I'm like, stupid fucking app.
Uber's bad for
Why
that.
make me delivering the 2 miles first and the 100 meters next? And I called support, just asking them, and they're like, "Oh, the first customer was leaving a bigger tips than the other, so we give him priority to people giving more tips." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Okay."
I don't see what difference it makes if you have to if it's a stack and you're going to get it done anyway. What difference does the tip make?
Oh,
You get the job done either way.
yeah.
I guess I would really only care if they're paying the priority for it. But if it's just based on who tipped more,
The
That's
dumbest
not-
is when it makes you go to a restaurant and then go shop like 10 items or 15 items.
Yeah.
Like that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I accept those orders on I decline those orders on principle. Just like I don't want to have to do that.
Yeah, because the food's sitting in your car getting cold while you're freaking shopping. And what if you have a hard time finding something or they're out of something?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
It's just a whole stressful situation I don't even want to deal with.
when
So
they-
I like
Yeah, you're right.
my AR is affected because I'm a nice guy. Like,
when they
I don't-
I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Has anybody identified anyone on the app, in Discord, or anywhere on YouTube that you feel would be a good contestant for Gig House?
I have some ideas, but I don't want to
Uh-huh.
mention names yet. I don't want to mention any names yet, but there's a few people, new ones, that have started to join in on some wars. I've noticed,
Okay.
and I think they could be some potential ones. But I want to take another week or two. We
Okay.
have this month war going on where a lot of people can join in at any time, and you have the 30K war that Boots started up. That I think there's a few more slots left in it for some people to join, and the folks not putting any numbers in. You got to put some numbers in. Be into it.
oh,
There's
and
some people out
on.
there. I really do think there's some potential ones out there.
Same. I think I'd like to continue to see longevity with them interacting consistently.
Mhm. Yes.
But also, shameless plug, we've got the 2 wars starting for next year. The one DoorDash only, Quest for 100K. That I believe is the Top Dasher versus Cherry Picker. and then we have the one where we are trying to see if the entire Gig Wars community can hit $5 million in the entirety of next year.
You guys think it's possible?
I think it's possible. We've got 100 slots in that one. It's going to be a push, but if the right people join it and people who are driven to do it,
Yeah.
I think it's definitely doable. If it gets hit, there may be a tattoo involved for me.
But Cody, the
Well,
big
it's
issue, I started to put my number on 30K, but the problem is there's so many wars. Sometimes you just forgot to put your number, and you're like, oh, you put your on the November, you put your in the number of this one, and you're like, oh,
The way I do it, when there's multiple wars, okay, when we have like an official war, like the one this Saturday, we're going to be updating our numbers at least once an hour, like we talked about, or as frequently as possible. But when it's like non-official wars, the other wars that we have and stuff, I usually go in there at the end of my day,
yeah.
the shift, and then just update it then for everything I did for a day. Versus, so like on Saturday, I won't be updating any of my numbers on the other wars until the end of the day. But the war, our war that we're gonna all have, I'll be updating on there in real time for the most part. And if I haven't, I'll try to update my hour. That's the way I keep track of it. And then at the end of the day, I just go through the list, because a lot of times it's the same number that you're putting in one or another, unless there's a certain app excluded or something like that.
Yeah.
And those ones I would update too. Like every once in a while, we'll have a shopping war. We have a Lapa war every once in a while. If somebody, anybody wants to start that, so those are just on demand, entries. If you have a shopping order, after you do it and you're done, you get your total, you put it in there. And you may do 4 or 5 food orders and then go back and do a shopping order. So those are not as frequent either.
Yeah. So guys, I'm guessing you guys your Monday all suck. That's why you're on live and Dash Your Life. Why that's only is Monday's great.
Today didn't suck. I mean, I made $160 in 5 hours, so I was happy with it.
You did better than me. I did 175.73, I think, and I made most of that after 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
After 4 o'clock, it was just bam, 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 bam.
I made
Cody had a
$75
great
today
day.
and rose my acceptance rate a little bit.
$327.76, and that's
That damn Chipotle.
On a Monday.
And 2 of the orders were Spark, and 10 DoorDash orders, and 2 Spark orders was the whole day.
I can definitely say I'm excited for the wife to get back from Arizona, so I don't have to handle Munchkin the entire time.
Yeah, you've had your hands full over the last week.
Yeah.
We start to talk with Zone because we have many apps not in Canada yet. We're thinking like if Spark can come to Canada, if there's any other app can come to Canada, and we're like, I think Spark can work in Canada, but because right now the only like Uber and DoorDash doing Walmart order, but they're not efficient. Like on DoorDash is curbside pickup, but the employees are so slow. Some drivers waiting more than 45 minutes or an hour outside for curbside pickup, and they're like, fuck. And just precision.
Rachel doesn't like to hear that stuff.
We said USA versus Canada, but it's technically Quebec versus USA, because we don't have any outside Canadian yet on our team.
Is all of your team in Quebec?
Yes.
Okay.
I thought you were in Ottawa, Joe.
I don't have any. Well, me, I'm living in Quebec, but I'm working in Ottawa. So yeah, I'm the exception. But I'm still Quebecois. I'm living in Quebec. So
right.
Because I cannot work in my city, because my city don't like bikers. They don't like bikers. I'm the only app I can get some orders in my city is DoorDash, but it's always like 10 kilometers, 9 kilometers, 8 kilometers, and I'm like, fuck. I'm not gonna bike 25 or 30 minutes for delivering an order. No.
So Joe, you get up and you ride your bike how far to go to work?
About 30 to 40 minutes biking. Just to
You said
work.
what?
Right.
7 to 9 kilometers?
Yeah. Just to work.
You want to talk about a gig warrior? You guys want to talk about a
Wow.
warrior right there?
Is the machine.
That's
He
why
is the
everyone on my
machine.
TikTok called me the machine, because they're like, what the fuck is still working? Oh my god, it's still working. This guy just like every delivering people, all the bikers know me in downtown. Like even the police, like they know me because when I'm on delivery, I have a Bluetooth speaker with my music on every single time. So I'm arrived, the customer's like, oh my god, is the disco bikes arrived? And I'm like, oh yes, the order's ready. And like even like I started doing some alcohol order for the last 4 weeks. And every time I'm going inside the LCBO, they're like, oh, you again? I already see you 6 times today. I'm like, yeah. I'm gonna come back another 5 or 6 times.
Hey, Red, can I have a disco bike?
Yes.
Thank you.
Are you going to deliver on it?
Cray.
Yes, I would. You think I wouldn't? I absolutely would. But I can't film and play music because then we get that stupid copyright thing. So that would be difficult.
You know,
But,
I'm doing
yeah.
some live on bike on delivery on TikTok, and people are like, you doing a live on TikTok? And there's many people start to call me like famous, and I'm like, come on, guys, I have only almost 3,000 followers on TikTok. I'm not famous.
It's more
They're
than
like,
that.
yes, we know you. Everyone know you. I'm like, okay, thank you. And you know, me, I'm the kind of guy's really nice. Like, when I see a new one, totally confused, I'm like, okay, I go see him. I'm like, no, you need to do this like that. You do this like that. You don't do this. You don't do this. Okay. And every single time I'm at McDonald's waiting for an order, and I saw a new one pass me in front, and it's like, where's my number? I'm like, no. You go back on the line. I was there before first. Get back on the line. I'm like, you're not gonna get the order faster than me or faster than everyone. And another funny part is we know when we see a new drivers, we know it because the drivers arrive with his delivery bags on the McDonald's order. And I'm like, nobody's bring any delivering bags for McDonald's order. Nobody do this. And they're like, oh, there's a new one. Look, because we saw his bag all shiny, all nicer. I'm like, oh, welcome, you're new guys.
The Disco Bike Dasher is a very catchy name for a channel.
I like
So
it.
I just want you to know that.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Well, Joe,
Yeah.
I want to thank you for stopping by with us.
Yeah,
And I fingers crossed that you have a bike for Saturday.
yeah.
I love you. I think that you're awesome.
Yeah,
But,
thank you. You're awesome too.
but get ready to get your ass whooped.
Yeah. Yeah, like the only thing I'm gonna say before I leave is we totally know all Canadian people said we totally know we're not maybe not gonna win, but we want just at least closing our number close to you guys. Like if we like losing by $500 or $300 or something, at least we're gonna be pushing it. But if we lose by $1,000, no, it's not gonna work it.
I gotta look. Where's that rideshare garage war?
Well, every driver
Yeah.
was impressed when I finished second on our wars because was 9 other drivers and I finished second. I was the only bikers on the wars, and they're like, "What? You finished second?" And I'm like, "Yes." I'm pushing it really hard. I make
$1,100.
almost $400 in 2 days. on bike.
That is amazing.
All right, I'm gonna have a good night, everyone.
Have a good night. Thanks for coming in.
Have a good night.
Good one, Joe.
Bye, Joe. We'll
Bye.
see you
Good luck.
Saturday.
Yeah, see you.
What's left on the agenda?
I think we covered everything.
Did you do the second half of number 8?
Oops.
Briefly, yeah, I said when I recapped my week, I said that
Okay.
I realized I spent half of my time doing reaching out to T-Mobile, in communication with Kim and Zach, blah blah blah.
I'm excited for Wednesday.
Wednesday is, I remember last week I said you guys have what, 3 things on your list, and I had 5. So I'm excited to mark it off.
I'm more nervous about that one than this one.
Don't be nervous. Why are you
It's
nervous?
more so because this is kind of our space. We're going into someone else's space.
So you just walk right in and you'd be like, "Hi, Jen. Hi, Zach. I'm here."
Well, Zach and Kimmy cool. I've been on there twice.
As
Yeah.
a drunk man in Michigan once told me, if ever you're walking into the forest and you're scared, just grab the bear by the throat and you're in charge.
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
Yeah. Already then.
That's what I said to him too. Gray, you're muted.
Yeah, I think the bear would beg to differ, but I'll try it, I guess.
Oh,
Same.
one thing I would ask of the team is when you guys hear anybody talk about making gig wars and stuff, just remind them to be very communicative with each other
And I
so
was
that they know they're.
negotiating people to make their own wars today in the couple of places I was hanging out at. Because it came up one way or another, and I said, go ahead and make one. It's not hard, and people will join it if they see it there.
Right, yeah.
It's just like with
I'm excited for
every bit-
Saturday. I'm excited for
game.
Saturday. It's not just the competition. It's not just like kind of taking a leap into the unknown because we don't know them that well. I think it's exciting for me because we're working on bridging that gap internationally between the USA and other countries. And gig work isn't just focused on the United States. Gig work is all around the world. So I mean, the opportunities are endless. So I feel awesome that we're taking that next step. So Canada, USA versus Canada, Saturday. Everybody, stay tuned.
Hollywood, it is 5:30 in Hawaii right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
we
if you
will
guys
see
make
you.
gig wars,
Absolutely.
make sure you stipulate the rules beforehand very clearly.
Yes, you have the
That's all.
Discord where you can communicate with each other in the chat. You can private message each other. If you have each other's phone numbers, you can do that. Part of the reason we live stream every day is it is a place for people to meet each other and communicate with each other. Either type in the chat, hit the link, join the panel, have the conversation there. I mean, there are many, many, many ways to communicate and come to like full understanding of what you expect in your wars so that we don't have any issues. I got nothing else.
Well, I
All
may
right,
be
folks.
hitting the casino on Thursday, but other than that, that's going to be my little like run away from the house when the wife comes back, and then like mentally check out, relax, and then hit Saturday with a vengeance.
You ain't lying, Hollywood.
Gig Wars goes live every day, typically around 10 a.m. Feel free to join in on with this. Usually someone's out there. And y'all have a good one. Until next time.
Good night,
All
guys.
right. Good night, y'all.
Night.
We'll
Take
see you
care.
guys backstage for a minute.